So I thought that I would do an update video just because my last one was missing some pretty crucial information in it, and also the benchmark didn't go through. This is for my GE75 Raider 85G. It's essentially identical to the 95G, but it just doesn't have the 9750H as an 8750H. So it's like a 6% difference. Anyway, so when I first got the laptop, it had it was a single stick of RAM running at 2666, and since then I've upgraded it to 32 running at 3100 megahertz, and I also added a second M.2 NVMe SSD. It was a Samsung 1TB 970 Evo Plus, I believe. But yeah, so when you buy it, it's single channel memory. Yeah, also the graphics drivers have increased significantly. Like, they've gotten a lot better. So I'm going to run 3D Mark, Firestrike. I believe before I was saying that the graphics score between 24 and 26,000. Now it's a little bit higher. It's a little bit higher. Oh man, now I actually have to find something to talk about again. Don't include the demo. There we go. Yeah, so I also got a 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz VA Samsung panel. It works great. There is like a really strange thing with laptops where you need to when you plug in an external monitor to this specific laptop, you'll notice that it's really choppy. Well, it's not right now because I've already done the trick. But what you need to do is you go into hardware, and then you go into your display adapters, you disable your Intel onboard graphics, and then you enable it again, and it fixes the screen. Because initially when you first plug it in, it is a horrible experience. Absolutely horrible. Like, it's choppy. The whole thing's choppy. So since I got it, I've been tinkering with it. I messed around with Afterburner. I messed around with what's it called? Throttle stop. I've undervolted it. I've overclocked it, and I'm now getting significantly more performance. I'm actually going to turn on turbo mode. As you can see, it's sitting on top of a little box because, I mean, thermals. It gets better airflow from the bottom, just for one of my home. I also upgraded to an Oculus Rift S from that Windows Mixed Reality headset. What a stellar difference. But yeah, this is running a lot better than it was after all the tinkering, after all the updates. Oh my god, everything is just, it's got to be a 15% increase. I think my Firestrike score in the last video was like 17,800 or something. I've been scoring in the 19,000s now, like high 18, low 19. I just got a new driver update actually recently. But yeah, so if you're looking at the 85G or the 95G, they're essentially identical. I can't speak to the RAM modules that come on the 95G because I haven't been inside one of those. But yeah, single channel on the 85G 16 gigabyte model. I don't even know if they sell a 32 gigabyte model. I didn't really have that choice. I bought it at a retailer. It's really quite a shame. I think that they were trying to do us a favor because RAM prices were so high, so a single 16 gigabyte stick keep the price down, but it's a $3,500 system. It could have been dual channel. I'm kind of happy that it wasn't at this point because there's only 2 RAM slots, and it allowed me to buy another 16 gigabyte module. Now I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have 2.5 terabytes of storage, 1.5 terabytes of which is NVMe. Then down here, I've got a 1 terabyte and a 512 gigabyte M.2 external, which through the USB-C port, I'm getting the full 560 megabytes read and write. Yeah, everything has just gotten significantly better since I started to tinker around with the laptop. As far as gaming goes, you know, when I first got it, I was only gaming on the laptop itself, which is a 1080p 144 hertz screen. But since I bought this, I've been playing at 1440p, and I find that I can actually max out a lot of games at 1440p and get 120 FPS. Like in Destiny 2, it maxes out the monitor to 144, 1440p. GTA 5 is running at around 90 to 100 FPS. I mean, it gets down to 70 in the really heavy spots, but I don't know why it says that it's running Time Spy. We're doing Fire Strike. Well, there goes my my entire thing. GPU temperature is, there you go. So all my temperatures, hold on. There you go. 69 degrees, 68 degrees, peaked at 73. Like that's not bad at all. I wish that I had my old scores so that I could show you. Like, this did horrible. Absolutely horrible. Do I have previous scores? I do not. Well then, that's horrible. Let's try that again. So what do I have running that could possibly slow me down that much? That's quite strange. Yeah, throttle stop. Oh, there we go. Throttle stop isn't on. So it's really gimping my my CPU. And if Afterburner's on, yeah, and it still has my custom profile. Let's try that one more time. Oh man, I gotta find even more to talk about. This is gonna turn into a 10-minute, unfocused, horrible video shot with a phone. So VR performance, I'm getting, I mean, every single game just maxes out at 80 FPS because I have a Rift S. It was maxing out at 90 on my Windows Mixed Reality headset. There we go. Let's try that again, because this is a new driver, and just yesterday I got a score of 19,176, I believe it was, and that was 15K. That's a significant issue. Yeah, VR performance, stellar. I can play at usually 1.2, 1.3 times super sampling on most games. I might upload some more benchmarks if you guys want. I doubt that anybody will actually make it to this point of the video. But with the 32 gigabyte dual channel memory, honestly, I did a benchmark single channel and then dual channel overclocked. And the difference in benchmarking scores was essentially nil. Like, it was negligible, maybe 3-4% on the high end between single channel stock speeds and then dual channel overclocked. Like, it's not great. Intel processors don't exactly benefit too much, and honestly this processor is just enough to keep up with the video card. Like, they're both usually pinned at 100% whenever you're doing anything extreme with it. The best gaming that I've done with it so far, like, I've plugged it into my TV and I played Wind Waker HD, the Wii U version, in 4K with a 60 FPS mod that I found in some forum somewhere. Oh, the game ran really crazy because it's not meant to run at 60, but it was holding it perfectly. I run most GameCube games at 4K 60, no problem. I mean, usually I'm gaming on actual games, like Battlefield 5 Ultra, 1440p with RTX on. You're still getting 80, 85, 90 FPS. Like, it still punches way above its size, I guess you could say. Not really above its price point, because it costs more than, you know, a 2080 Ti 9900K or Ryzen 9 system. But again, that's what you pay for mobile power. It's gonna be a lot more money. What else can I say? The headphone jack is very, very strange on this laptop. It works half the time, other times it doesn't. I've taken it in to get it looked at. They say that there's nothing wrong with it. I'm thinking it might be more of an issue with Windows, but it doesn't pick up my headset It doesn't pick up any set of headphones unless it really wants to. It's once in a blue moon, I'll plug it in, it'll just start working. And it'll still say that it's on speakers, and then it just puts it out to the headphones, which doesn't exactly make sense to me. The microphone's great. The webcam is crap, as are all webcams on all laptops currently. I don't really use the screen much anymore because I'm usually playing VR. Usually play Beat Saber, and been playing SCP Blackout lately. Playing Half-Life Alyx soon. That's coming, oh man, that's coming out in a couple weeks. It's so close. Hopefully the score's a little bit better. I have no idea how I'm still coming up with things to talk about though. Bluetooth connectivity is fantastic. Like I can have 3, 4, 5 things on Bluetooth at the same time. The Wi-Fi connectivity is great, and my Firestrike score is absolutely destroyed here. I don't really know what's going on. It seems to be CPU related because that's normally running at 35, 36, 40 FPS. Like this physics score is usually considerably higher. This graphics score is usually considerably higher. So something is wrong. But I mean, it is what it is. I'll just have to roll back drivers. I will make the thumbnail of the video my last Firestrike score, I guess, because this is kind of bad. Or when I go to make a video, it's not doing so great. But yeah, CPU-Z, all the specs are on there. This is on, but for some reason it is doing me bad. Yeah, so that's that video. I mean, apparently I'm above Gaming Laptop 2020 considerably. I should be above this. I should be closer to this, which I have been. Anyways, yeah, that's the video. If you have any more questions that I didn't address, because I know there was the RAM, the type of SSD, the one that comes in it is a Kingston NVMe 512 gigabyte. Usually gets about 3,300 megabytes read and write. The hard drive is a 7,200 RPM Seagate, 1 terabyte. Mine was, anyways. I've seen some people that got Western Digitals. Yeah, and honestly, the RAM performance does not make a difference in this, and I'm not too sure why. Because of my old 1060 laptop, going from single channel to dual channel gave me a good 20-30% performance increase, but on here, negligible. Absolutely negligible. So yeah, that's the video. It's a little bit too long. Thanks for watching. Bye.